Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether concepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth and believing this truth. Throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from Jim Messalano Camp coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and application, another daily application. Lord willing, this be edifying. So I titled this lesson, The Wiles of the Devil Does Not Work on the Remnant of Israel. The wiles of the devil, which is his trickery, his craftiness, his cunning arts. When you look the word wiles up in Ephesians 6, the wiles of the devil does not, shall not, will not work on the remnant of Israel. And the lesson I was doing yesterday, I forgot the brother that posted it, but he put up Revelations chapter 12 and 17, right? When it said that the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, right? So we understand these devils has had a hatred for you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians from the beginning of time, man. Okay, since Cain and Abel to Jacob and Esau, which Abel is Jacob in the reincarnation, and Cain is Esau in the reincarnation, man. Okay, so and as this guy said, you know, the days of his father at hand, then when he slayed his brother Jacob. Well, we know Esau never slayed Jacob, right? Well, who has he been slaying? He's been slaying the seeds of Jacob. Why? Because they are wroth, man. Because of the birthright, because of the blessing, because you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians are the chosen peoples of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Okay? You are the chosen peoples of the Lord, man. And we have a God gene in us, man, that these devils can't get, that they won't. So everything that goes on earth, man, is against the hopeful elect, is against the remnant overall, it's against all Israelites, man. Okay, everything that goes on earth, that wicked energy on the left hand side is against you, man. Because we were sent here for a correction, right? Hell, the word hell just means condition, judgment, right? Punishment or the grave. So being corrected on their remnant is going to be corrected in punishment, as the Lord said in Jeremiah 24, that he asked Jeremiah what did he see. He said he saw a basket of good figs and a basket of evil figs, right? So everything that goes on against everything that goes on the earth, man, is the left hand energy against you, man, because you have a God gene in you that these devils can't get, man. So they're trying to make you take the Yabawaki, right? They're trying to get you to condition, to conform, to comply to whatever goes on through what? Through conditioning, through gradualism, man. Well, according to the scriptures, the hopeful elect is not going to do none of these things, man. They ain't gonna conform, they ain't gonna comply, man. Okay, they will not be deceived through conditioning and gradualism, which we see Jake is doing, man. So I was meditating on this at the plantation last night when the brother put the scripture up that Revelations 12 and 17, when they say the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with her with the remnant of her seed, man. These things is coming against the hopeful elect, man. Why? Because they are the hopeful elect. And whoever is the predestinated ones is the predestinated ones, man. And that's why these devils is pissed off, man, because they know who you are. Most of our people just don't know. So I put together some scriptures because these devils is working overtime 24/7, man. And I did a lesson a little while ago entitled it um these devils' whole existence is to destroy us, man. Their whole existence, their whole everything about them, man. Their everything is to destroy you, man. Whether it's through um chemtrails or GMO foods or contaminated waters or getting you to eat all this um these no good foods, right? Which we get different type of ailments from eating all this abominable food, right? These devils' whole existence is to destroy us, man. The Lord say He uses them as His whooping stick, man. And these devils is working overtime to get rid of many of you jakes as possible, man. So I was meditating on that Revelation 12 and 17, man, because that is a cold precept, man. These devils, all they know is how can we get rid of these niggas, man? And they doing it through bio warfare, man. So let me read this. This is Genesis. And to show you that what these devils is doing is not working, man. Because the Lord say He's going to cover the hopeful elect, man. Right? And if it do happens, you happen to lose your life in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah. If it do happens, if you're walking life, you in this truth, if you happen to get thrown in concentration camps when it come, whatever the situation is, that's the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. And we just gotta humble down and deal with the situation, man. And just trust in the Lord because that's your walk, man. That's your lot. Whatever the situation is, we just got to deal with it, man. And hey, and saying that now may be easier than the time when it come, man. But we gotta, hey, go back to what the Lord told us, man. Yahweh Shah say in John 16 and 33, right? Let me read that first. We gotta always remember this, man, because things is finna get bad. These devils is working overtime to get rid of you, man. Much of us is possible because they know that they're going to be destroyed. They know that their end is drawing nigh. They don't know how or when, but they know it. So their job is to take many of us down as possible, man. That's that's why the Lord created these devils, man. It say this is John 16 and 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So if your lot happens to be getting thrown in a concentration camp or getting put to death by guillotine, whatever it is, man, that's the lot the Lord got for you, man. Just humble down, hey, and deal with it. We're gonna have to deal with it, man. Whatever it is, man. Hey, long as you and if you come to that, if you die in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, you good, man. Cause it just might come to that, man. So I'm gonna read this too. This is Psalms 118. So like it's Psalms 116 and verse 15. Cause it just might come to you losing your life, man. This is Psalms 116 and 15. It reads, it say, I'm gonna start at 14. I will pay my vows unto the Lord Yahweh now in the presence of all his people. So whatever your vow is, if you come into this truth and you doing what you're supposed to be doing, whatever the Lord got set for you, it's gonna happen, man. So you just gotta know that whatever happens, and you doing it in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, and whatever happens, get thrown in a concentration camp, right? For getting your head chopped off because you ain't gonna take the karagma, whatever it is, man. It's the Lord. It say, I will pay my vows unto the Lord Yahweh now in the presence of his people, not in the presence of all his people. So when you repent and turn back to Yahweh Shema Shai, if the Lord give you the spirit to do so, right? Then you got a lot to play. You got a vow you got to do, which is what? Present your body as a living sacrifice, man, until further notice. Verse 15 reads, precious in the sight of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is the death of his saints. If it come to that, if it come to that. But just know this devil is working overtime to try to get rid of us, man. So let me read this. And this devil is doing these things through bio warfare, through his medicines, right? His falsifying medicines, right? Because they are positions of no value, man. Right? These devils don't help your disease. They don't help your disease, whatever pills they got. They just help you with the symptom, but it doesn't cure your disease, right? That's why the word doctor means to falsify, man. Right? These devils don't help you, man. They are what the scripture said in Wisdom of Solomon, they are not for our good, man. They ain't for our turn. So this is the precept the brother put on my comment board yesterday, which made me put some precepts together for this lesson. This is Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Why? Why is the dragon wroth with the remnant of the woman? He's pissed off with the woman, which is Israel, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Why? It say, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So these devils is hot because this word is going out over the four corners of the earth, and they can't stop it, man. Only thing they can do is clip the videos, right? Take down brothers' channels. That's all they can do, man. All they can do is cut the videos and take down the brother channel, man. Well, brothers create new channels, and it doesn't care about the views. If a brother had 10,000 subscribers or 5 or 6, that doesn't matter, man. The Lord sees your works, man. The subscribers and views doesn't matter. That's not important, man. What's important is the word of the Lord still continues to goes out, even if they take your channel down, like the brother Amawan Abad. Beautiful, beloved brother, man. They took the brother channel down. I think the brother had like over 17 subscribers on them, man. It doesn't matter about the subscribers, man. It doesn't matter about the subscribers or the views, man. It's about the words of Yahweh Shema Shai continually to go out, man. These devils is hot. They are pissed off because this truth is going out, and they can't stop. They can't stop it because you got these others. You got BitShoot and all these other channels you can create lessons on, and you can go hard on those lessons in those different channels, man. So these devils is pissed off with the remnant because the remnant of Israel, the hopefully elect, is the only one that's standing in boldness, standing firm, pushing this truth, man, until Yahweh Shema Shai give further notice. So this lesson is based off Revelation 12 and 17. And read again. And the dragon, which is the Roman Empire, and today, when you read the scripture, it tell you that one of the heads of the dragon was wounded and then it was healed, which today is the revised Roman Empire, North America, Babylon the Great. So it say, and this dragon is today is talking about North America, Babylon the Great, which is of the same old Roman Empire. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, not all the Israelites, just the remnant. Why? Because the remnant of Israel is the only one that's teaching this word, standing in boldness on the highways and hedges, doing lessons all through the week in boldness, man. It say, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. And the elders mention this, man. Don't think that these devils, these demons, they know who you are, man. They know who you are. So when you're dealing with your everyday walk, these demons know who you are, man. They don't care about 2/3. They care about you because you're trying to be diligent and rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord every day of your life, man. So you're gonna have situations with different type of demons, with different type of people, whether you're at the grocery store, at the plantation, wherever you at, because the demons know, man. Okay, the demons know who's trying to do these things and who's not, man. So now these devils, if they can't get you through GMO foods or chemtrails or contaminated waters, well, they got other things they use, like their medicines, which is what? Witchcraft, right? So I thought about this. So I'm going to start here in Daniels. This is Daniels 2. And I was going to tie this lesson. The wiles of the devil, the child, the reincarnation of the Chaldeans, man. Because what were they? Because they was about witchcraft, right? That's why I tell you that Babylon the Great. This is the daughter of Babylon. North America, Babylon the Great is the daughter of Babylon, right? The same customs that's been going on through time, through history. It's the same customs, man. Same tradition of men. There's nothing new under the sun. So I thought about this chapter. Now this is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 1. It reads, "And in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams, wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him. Then the king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dream. So they came and stood before the king." Right? It's a remember. It's a the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers, right? And the Chaldeans for to show the king his dream. So they came and stood before him. Now, this lesson proving to you that what these devils doing with their witchcraft and sorcery, it doesn't work on the hopeful elect. It doesn't work on the Israel of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. It say, "And the king said unto them," now now this is Nebuchadnezzar. He done called all his mightiest men, right? These wizards and warlocks and witches, right? To reveal to him the dream that he had, right? It's the same thing today, man. It don't work. Whatever these devils is doing, they witchcraft, and that's what the Lord said. They shall be revealed, right? In time, everything that they have done in secret shall be revealed. The Lord said, and was in Jeremiah 49 and 10, he said, he have made Esau bare, right? He should not be able to hide himself. So everything these devils used to do in secret, we know what they do, man. So listen to this story. Then the king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dream. So they came and stood before the king. And the king said unto them, "I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream." Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Syriac. It say in Syriac, "O king, live forever. Tell thy servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation." You see how cold that is? Tell us the dream, and we will show you the interpretation. Well, if you had any power, any whatever witchcraft and whatever you do, you should be able to tell the king what his dream was. That's how cold this is. Because it applies to today to these devils in their modern medicine. Listen, it say, the king answered and said to the Chaldeans, "The thing is gone from me. If ye would not know, if you would not make known unto me the dream with an interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill. But if ye show the dream and the interpretation thereof, ye shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore, show me the dream and the interpretation thereof." Then answered again and said, They answered again and said, "Let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation of it." If that the case, he wouldn't need you to give him the interpretation if he knew the dream, right? That's why he said he called his magicians, his astrologers, right, to show so they can tell him about the dream. It say, "Then the king answered and said, I know of certainty that ye would gain the time, because ye shall see the thing is gone from me." Hey, Nebuchadnezzar, like you supposed to already know what it is, man. right? You supposed to be witches and warlocks, ghouls and goblins. You supposed to be on the level to know these things already. Verse 9. But if you would not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you, for ye have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me. Right? So everything that you have done before this point was all a magic show. Right? It's all a magic show. These devils, all they do is, hey, what it say with the slight movement of the hand, right? Your David Copperfields and your David Blaines and all these guys, right? It say till the time be changed. Therefore, tell me the dream, and I should know that ye can show me the interpretation thereof. Verse 10. The Chaldean answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matters. Therefore, there is no king, lord, nor ruler that acts such things at any magician or astrologer or Chaldean. And what's it say? The scripture say Babylon the Great, man. Babylon the Great is the daughter of Babylon, right? This is the same revised Roman Empire. This is the same revised Babylon Empire, man. Right? With the same witches and warlocks, ghouls and goblins, right? That don't have, oh, we go back to Egypt. What did Pharaoh have his magicians, his astrologers, and his sorcerers to do? The same thing. And nothing worked when the Lord had Moses to throw down his stick, his rod, and it turned to a serpent. And tell you when you read the story in Exodus that Pharaoh magicians threw down their rod, and Moses' snake swallowed the snakes of the magicians, right? Them same witchcraft and warlocks and astrologers. Hey, that's what's going on today, man. So listen, it say Daniel 2 and 11. And it is a rare thing that the king requireth. And then this is what the magicians and astrologers telling Nebuchadnezzar. And it is a rare thing that the king requireth, and there is none other that can show it before the king except the gods whose dwellings is not with flesh. For this cause the king was angry and very furious and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. Now, this is Nebuchadnezzar going to kill all his men, right? His astrologers, his sorcerers, his soothsayers, and Chaldeans, right? Verse 13. And a decree went forth that the wise men should be slain, and they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain. Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, which was gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. He answered and said to Arioch, the king's captain, why is the decree so hastily from the king? Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time and that he would show the king the interpretation. Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, that they would desire mercy of power of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Right? So Nebuchadnezzar sent a decree out to kill all his men because they couldn't relate the dream. Right? Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in the night's vision. Then Daniel blessed the power of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of power forever and ever. Yahweh Shema Shah. For wisdom and might are his. And he changed the times and seasons. He removed kings and and he removed kings and set up kings. He giveth wisdom to the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. He revealed the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and light dwelleth with him. Right? So these men, these astrologers, these Chaldeans, these sorcerers, they don't have no wisdom, man. Right? Now, because it tell you in scripture tell you that wisdom and knowledge dwelleth with them, right? Them that seek Yahweh by Shema Shai in fear. So the point I'm making is the king wanted these people, these men, his top men, right, to show him the vision. And they couldn't. So, right, it came to Daniel. Now listen, this is Isaiah 47 and verse 12. Because everything these devils is trying through chemtrails and GMO foods to their medicines. Hey, this only applies to the hopeful elect, man. They will not, none of their soothsayers and enchantments is not going to work on the hopeful elect of Israel, man. It's Isaiah 47:12. It reads, Stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. And it's talking about these devils. From the time that the Lord gave them rulership over the earth, right? From the time these devils had rulership over the earth, what have they been doing? They've been pushing their agenda, right? Which is what? End all be all is to have everybody chipped. Okay? That's the end all be all game for these devils. So they've been pushing their agenda since the beginning of time, since the beginning of their rulership, right? And only to find out that it's not going to work, man. The Lord said He's going to destroy the enterprise. When they thinking they're going to fill their belly and their enterprise shall come to play, the Lord said He's going to destroy it, right? So their whole being is to destroy you with everything, man. Everything is made to destroy you, Jace, man. Right? If the Lord ain't dealing with you on a spiritual level, man, these devils, the Lord's going to give you over to them, man. You're going to be destroyed. So it's a stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, which is witchcraft, right? Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. And these devils been doing this since they came over here to Babylon the Great, right? And conquered the North American Indians, the Seminole Indians, Gad and Reuben, conquered all 12 tribes. They conquered all 12 tribes, right? And they went about to conquer the whole land. When you read about Alexander the Great, it tell you that he went through all the known world conquering, that the earth was quiet before him. There was nobody else to fight, right? When these devils came in rulership, starting with Alexander the Great. So it say, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. It said, Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let not the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee, which is North America being destroyed. Right? Why? Overall, because you touched the apple of the Lord eye, man. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Now, these things is only going to work on two-thirds of Israel. This is Revelation 18:23. I'm reading the point, making a point. It said, Stand now with thy enchantments, right? This Revelation 18:23. It said, The light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee. Talking about North America, Babylon the Great, when it be destroyed. And the voice of the bridegroom and all the brides shall be heard no more at all in thee. Listen, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived, right? It said, For by thy sorceries. So when you go to the word sorceries in the blue letter, it give this word pharmakia, right? So let's look this up. Because see, these things is not working, man. Well, it's working. It just ain't working on the whole fillet. Because Jake is really taken by what's going on in the earth. They want to be a part of the system. They want to vote. They want to feel important, right? So this word for sorceries in Revelation 18:23.
Strong's G 5331. Pharmakia. Pharmakia.
It's a pharmakia, right? Which is what? These pharmacies. It's the use or the administering of drugs, poisoning, sorcery, magic arts, often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it. It said the deceptions and seductions of idolatry, sorcery, witchcraft. It's a pharmacy. Strong definition say pharmacy, by extension, magic, literally or figuratively, sorcery, witchcraft. So the word sorcery in Revelation 18:23 say pharmacy, pharmakia, the use or administering of drugs, okay, poisoning, sorcery, magic arts, right? That's what these devils do, man. They're witchcraft, they're sorcery, and they use drugs. Drugs is the, and that's why these jakes is bugged out, man. The world is full of opioids and marijuana smoking, man. Everybody is bugged out, high on something, man. So this is Ephesians chapter 6. Reading the point. It say this is Ephesians 6 and 12. Ephesians 6 and 10. Ephesians 6 and 11. So like you put on the whole armor of power, Yahweh Shemawashah, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right? Let's look at the word wiles up. Let's look the word wiles up in Ephesians. This is Ephesians 6 and 11, the word wiles. See, these things is not going to work on the whole select, man.
Strong's G 3180. Methodiah. Methodiah.
It's a cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery, right? By the sleight of hand, by the trickery, cunning arts, deceit, craft. It's a strong definition, say trickery, while lie in wait, right? And when you read in Psalms 10 and 10, this is what they do. So let's get this. This is Psalms chapter 10 and verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit. You see, this is talking about, it said the wiles of the devil, right? One of the words for wiles is deceit. It say Psalm 10 and 7, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. The innocent in the Bible is known, is talking about you Israelites, man. You so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. It say, his eyes are privily set against the poor. Look, one of the words for wiles, in the strong definition said trickery, it say lie in wait. Verse 9 say, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Right? Verse 10 reads, he croucheth and humble himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Now, if you just, I don't know if you remember, but they had this guy, John Legend, in a Walgreens commercial talking about this is our shot. Right? This is our shot to get back to normal. They use Morgan Freeman. They use Bill Russell. They used these chicks on this I forgot the show, but they used a couple of these Jake chicks to push the Yabawaki, man. Right? Why? Because they need you to fall. It say he crouches and humble himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. So they using Jakes to get you to say, to get you to take the Yabawaki, man. This is them with their trickery, with their cunning arts, their craftiness, man. Right? Why? Because of the hatred, man. This is Genesis 27 and 41. And this is what Esau said. It reads, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Well, we know Esau never slayed Jacob, but he's been slaying the sons of Jacob. He's been killing the sons and daughters of Jacob, man. Right? Through what? Through his cunning arts, through his trickery, his craftiness, man, his deceit. This is so The same way Nebuchadnezzar asked these astrologers and these sorcerers and the Chaldeans to relate to tell him the dream that he had, and they couldn't. Why? Because of this. This is Job 13 and 4. That's why North America, Babylon the Great, is a revised Roman Empire. It's a revised Babylonian Empire, man. It's all the empires in the one. This is Job 13 and 4. This is why those astrologers and sorcerers and Chaldeans couldn't tell Nebuchadnezzar his dream. This is Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value, right? The word physician is what? Let's look this word physician up. Let's look this up.
Strong's H 7495. Rapha. Rapha.
Now I say they are forgers of lies, they are physicians of no value, right? In Job 13 and 4. This say to heal, make healthful, to heal, it's a healer physician of me, it's a of hurts of nations involved in restored favor, which is a of individual distresses to be healed. It's a um to heal, right? It's a physician, cure, repair, right? To cure, to heal, physician, repair, thoroughly make whole, right? Well, it said they are physicians of no value. Now, when you go back to the word forges, it said they are forges of lies, right? So let's look at the word forges.
Strong's H 2950. Tafal. Tafal.
It said to smear, plaster over, stick glue, forge, forger, sew up. It's a strong definition say falsely, okay? To stick on as a patch, to impute falsely. And that's why, hey, these doctors are falsifiers, man. They don't heal your disease. They just help you with the symptom, man. Right? And overall, you wind up tapping out anyway, man. Because of all that medicine, all that dope, man. Right? So let's go back and read this again. Job 13 and 4. But ye are forces of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Why? Because they all these physicians, your so-called doctors, they all come through from a kill, man. Witchcraft, right? The drugs are being administered, man, through this devil. And we know this guy, John D. Rockefeller, took over the industry and said that anybody that used natural herbs for healing, they was going to lose their license, man. Okay? I did a lesson on it. It say, but ye are forces of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Oh, that ye would altogether hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom. So if you don't do wickedness, that's better than doing wickedness, man. Than the hey, but the Lord said these devils had to be revealed, man. Through what? The lesson I did the other day. Brothers who listen on all the time. These devils have been revealed through their actions, man. Through their wicked rape, rob, murder, pillage, and plundering actions, man. This is um let's get this. This is Matthew, it's Slakia. This is Psalms 12 and 8. It reads Psalm 12 and 8. It said the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted, right? This is Job 30 and 1. Dealing with the vilest men on the earth. It said, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I will have this day to have sit with the dogs of my flock. Salakia. Yet were too, might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished, for want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. The wilderness is talking about Europe, man, which is a bottomless pit, because don't nothing grow there, man. It say who cut up mallows by the bushes, and that's why they love to eat marshmallows. That's why they like to sit around the fire eat marshmallows, man. Okay? It say who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meats. Okay? That's why they love to sit around the fire eating s'mores, man. It say they were driven forth from among men, right, uh, over there into those rocks, right? It said they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. That's why they are the real cavemen. When you see the Geico commercial, these is them, man. The red cavemen. Okay? The word Caucasian literally mean cave dweller, man. Go look it up. It said among the bushes they braided, meaning they sounded like horses and donkeys. Okay, mules. They ain't have no talk, man. It say among the bushes they braided, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. You see? It said they were what? They were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. So I read in Psalms, and let's read again. Psalm 12 and 8 reads, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So it's talking about who? The ones who control the earth, man. The ones who control medicine. Okay? It said they are base men, right? This is Daniel 4 and 17. It reads, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and a demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the bases of men. Job 30 just said what? Let's read it again. You see, that's two birds with one stone. In Psalms 12 and 8, it say the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted, right? Well, what I just read said what in Daniel 4 and 17, that they are the basis of men. In the book of Job, it said they are the basis of men and violent in the earth, right? Let's read it again. Job 30 and verse 8. They were children of fools, yet children of base men, they were violent in the earth. And that's what the Lord said. Base mean you the lowest of the low. Okay. And that's what the Lord said this. And this how we know when the Lord said Satan had a seed line right here in Genesis 3, it's talking about them, man. Listen, Genesis 3 and 15. And now with verse 14. And the Lord Yahweh power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shall thy go. To be on your belly mean you are on the bottom. You are the basis of the base. You the lowest of the low. That's what it means to be on your belly. And dust shall thy eat all the days of thy life. So to be on your belly mean you are the basis, you are the vilest men on the earth, man. Okay? In verse 15 said, I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. So Satan has a physical seed on earth, and it's this Job 9 and 24s, man. So the Lord say in Job 30, they are the bases of men and they are the violence of the earth, right? Well, Psalm 12 and 8 said, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Well, Daniel 4 and 17, the Lord say, he set up the bases of men. And this is who is in, these are the people who is in rulership, the bases of men, right? That's trying to destroy you, man. Why? Because he said in Genesis 27:41, the days of his father at hand, then when he slay his brother Jacob. So Esau never killed Jacob, but he's been killing Jacob's seed line. Okay, the sons and daughters of Israelites. He's been killing Jacob, Israel's seed, right? Why? Because of the hatred, man. This is Psalms 38 and verse 12. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's get this. This is Micah 2 and 1. This is Micah 2 and 1. Because this is what these devils do, man. all day. All they're trying to do is kill you, man. And they don't care. Like I was saying it yesterday. They don't care about two-thirds of Israelites, man, because they already got them, man. Two-thirds of Jake is already voting. They are part of the system. They comply. They conform. They are conditioned through gradualism to just be a docile, dumbed down, sheep led to the slaughter Jake, man. These devils doesn't care about these Israelites, man. That's already in sync with everything that's going on, man. They want the hopefully elect, man. So this is Micah 2:1. It reads, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." And that's what the Lord say in Isaiah 30. He said, Isaiah 30 and 12, it say that two-thirds of Jake trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in the high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at the instance. The Lord say, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. What iniquity? To trust in the enemy, man. To trust in your government, thinking that they're going to do you good. And hey, and these devils is really deceiving you, giving you more stamps, right? They looking out for you, giving you helping you pay your rent and this and that, right? Helping you pay your rent off 2, 3 months, light bills, gas bill. Hey, that got your mind. And oh yeah, they okay. They some good people. They ain't that bad as people say they are. No, they some good people. They helped me pay my rent. They helped me pay my lights. They giving me stamp. They gave me extra $600-700 in stamps. Yeah, when the stimulus checks rolling, yeah, they was looking out. That's them conditioning you through gradualism, so you'll take that Jabberwocky and then you're gonna take the Karagma, man. That's how they plan on you devils. The Lord said they are not for our good, man. It say, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Why it's in the power of their hands? This is Job 9 and 24. It reads, because the Lord say he set up the bases of men. That's why I'm reading these precepts to get to the point I'm finna make, man. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where who is he? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, man. It say he covered the face of the judges, right? You got the 16th chapel over there with the finger of God touching the finger of Adam. What color it is? What color are they? So-called white men. The Jesus Christo, Jesus Christ picture, what color is it? So-called white man. When you look at movies like the old Ten Commandments with Charles Heston, what color is Moses? He's Charles Heston playing Moses, so-called white man, right? The last Mohicans, the last samurai, everything is the so-called white man. Every image. Why? Because when they came out the caves, when they came out of Caucasus Mountain in the mid 1300s, they whitewashed everything. It's called iconoclasm. Okay, it's called Renaissance art, man. Renaissance mean the rebirth of Esau, even the so-called white man, man. Okay, everything is what King David is white. The Israelites is so-called white. Everybody is so-called white people, man, according to their cunning arts. You see, that word wiles in Ephesians 6 and 11, it say the wiles of the devil. One of the cunning arts, trickery, crafty, deceit. They have cunning arts, man, which is what iconoclasm for one, man. They whitewashed every image, man, of the Israelites. And it's history that proves that for 1,000 years, so-called Negroes was ruling over here in Portugal, Spain, Europe, the Holy Roman Empire, they called it. Constantine, what they call Constantine the Great, was a so-called Negro, man. But they'll never tell you that, man. If you don't know how to look up history, and that's why Yahweh Shema Shah said in Hosea 4 and 6, my people shall perish for lack of knowledge, man. Jake, and you got the elder Mount Zop always say this. You got Google at your fingertips, man. The search engine. And Jake will not go look at nothing. But it's okay. It's okay. So these devils created iconoclasm, right, which is whitewashing. That's why I say here, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judge thereof. If not, wherein who is he? And I always said, there is no Chinese Jesus. There is no Japanese Jesus. There is no African Ham Jesus. There is no Pakistani, Iranian Jesus. There is no Ishmael, Arab Jesus. There is only a so-called white Jesus, man. Why? Because the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judge thereof. You see? So let's go back again. Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hands. Which is who? The ones that control the medicine, they control the internet, they control the media, right? They control everything, man. They control the money, they control the laws. We know who we're dealing with according to these scriptures, man. Right? It's a woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Precept, Proverbs 4 and 16. And they doing this to you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians because they need to take you out of the way. And as we keep saying, they already got 2/3. They don't care about the 2/3. As it says in Revelation 12 and 17, they are after the remnant. The ones that what? Keeping the commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah and the testimony of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. This is who they after. This is Proverbs 4 and 16. Micah 2 and 1 said they work evil upon their beds, right? When the morning's light, they practice it. Why? Because it's in the power of their hands. The Lord gave them that power to do that, man. This is Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not. Let's get this. Proverbs 4 and 14. It say, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. It say, avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. So all you Jake talking about, oh, I went to school with some so-called white people, they good friends, they cool. If they are real Job 9 and 24s, because you got a lot of our people that look like so-called white people, but they ain't. They line go back to one of the 12 sons of Jacob, man. Okay? This ain't about color. So if they are real Idumeans, if they are real Job 9 and 24s, they are not for your good, man. And the Lord said it, man. Hey, envy, he said, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways, man. Right? Ecclesiastes say, never trust thy enemy, man. I read Psalm 10 and 10. It said he croucheth and humble himself that the poor may fall by the strong ones. So you ain't gonna believe them. They're gonna set up somebody that look like you to get you to see to which go back to following them. Envy not the oppressor, choose none of his ways. This is Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not. What I just read, Micah 2 and 1, it say they work evil upon their beds, right? It said, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. This is what the Lord set them up, man, to be the rulers of the earth in wickedness, man. Because the Lord got them set up to destroy 2/3 of you Israelites, man. So they after the remnant. And as I was saying, if you happen to lose your life in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, doing his work diligently, faithfully, that ain't no bad. That ain't a bad on your part. That's bad on their part, man. Right? That's bad on their part. If you happen to get thrown in a concentration camp, locked up for the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, being diligent, that ain't bad on your part. It's bad on their part, man. But the world gonna say, "Oh, see, they in the cult. See how you got locked up." This, hey, we ain't worried about that, man. Cause we know what Yahweh Shema Shah say, man. It say, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause sun to fall." This is what they do through their pharmakia, their medicines, their bio warfare, man. GMO foods is destroying us, man. Chemtrails, contaminated waters. You got to bathe in contaminated waters. None of these devils talking about putting on the Yabawaki in the water, man. Yeah, that's an article just came out talking about putting Yabawaki in the water, man. What's wrong with these devils, man? They just that. It say, go not in the presence It say, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. It say, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. This is what they do. Let me get this. This is Proverbs 10 and 23. It reads, it is a sport. Remember, the Lord said they are children of fools, yet children of base men. They were violent in the earth. In Job 30 and 8, right? They are children of fools. This is Proverbs 10 and 23. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding have wisdom. And like it says, 2 Corinthians 2:11, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. That's the hopeful elect. The hopeful elect is not ignorant of what's going on, man, because the Lord gave us spiritual fathers who raised us up to understand what we are dealing with, man. It's a sport to these devils to do mischief, man. The same way they go hunt deers. I'm from Mississippi, man. I used to go hunt a lot, man. I ain't been in the last 4 years since I've been in this new gig, but I used to go hunt all the time, man. And on our private family land, we got deers come through there all day, even in the summertime. And I used to always put corn out. That way they'll come there year round to the same spot and always to eat. That way I have to go in the woods and find them. I just set up I made me a little house and I sit there and they come right to the corn, man. Right? When me and my young brothers used to go in the woods, and because we had a deer stand in the woods, we used to find whole deers, a whole deer. It used to be cold. The deer froze. I say a whole deer. Only thing missing off the deer was the tenderloins off the back, from the neck, like down to like right below, right before you get like the spine of the deer. That's where the tenderloins at, which they call deer steaks, right? That's all these Edomites love to get off the deer is the tenderloins. The whole deer there. Man, you can take a deer once you clean it and grind it up, and you can get grinded beef. You can make grounded meat, right? To make burgers, like for burgers. You can make grinded meat for spaghetti, whatever, tacos. These devils used to only take the spine of the deer, man, which is the tenderloins, and leave the rest of the whole deer there, man. It's a sport to them to do mischief, man. That's what they do, man. These devils, these Idumeans in Mississippi, man. These devils, this is what they do, man. It's a sport to them for bloodshed, man. That's why I said in Ezekiel 35, because thou has not hated blood, blood shall pursue you, man. So going on, this is Psalms 38 and 12, and it reads, because it says they do mischief, right? It said they also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things and imagine deceits all the day long. This is all they do. They go to seeks again. One of the words for wiles of the devil, man. Trickery, deceit, cunning arts, craftiness, man. That's who we dealing with, man. So while Jake's sitting around here playing games, thinking these devils love you, man, if they are in fact Job 9 and 24s, they hate your guts, man. And they just wait on the day to get you, man. They just waiting on the right time, man. This is First Peter 5 and 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, the word devil just means deceiver. Okay? That's all it means, deceiver. It said your adversary, the devil. Guess what the word Satan means? Satan just means adversary, man. Okay? It say again, be vigilant, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, Satan, the devil just means deceiver, and Satan has physical seed on earth, which I read to you in Genesis 3, right? He has physical seed on earth who's playing out his wickedness on earth, man, which is the serpent seed line. It say, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. You see, it's a whom resist, steadfast in the faith, right? Resist the devil, and he shall flee from you, as the scripture say. It say, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. You see? And that's why Yahweh Shah said in John 16:33, you should have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So what we are dealing with is these devils trying to roll, man, on the hopeful elect, man, because they already done rolled it on the 2/3. So they don't care about them, man. They at you, man. They at the hopeful elect. This is First Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20. It reads, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. Here's the word falsely behind science. Why? Because these devils are falsifiers, man. It said what? They are forgers of lies. They are physicians of no value, man. Jake got diabetes and high blood pressure, thinking them pills is helping you, man. Them pills ain't helping you, man. They are slowly putting you to death, man. And I don't care what it is, man. Anything you taking with pills is slowly putting you to death, man. Because these devils would not cure your diabetics or your high blood pressure or whatever ailment you have. They just slowly killing you, making you think like it's helping you, man. But it's not, man. It's not. These devils can plainly tell you what type of herbs to go to the health store and get, and to help your symptom be done, especially through Yahweh Shema Shah. Could tell you in Psalm 103, the Lord healeth all our diseases, man. But you gotta believe that, man. It ain't gonna happen to an unbeliever, man. You gotta believe already that the scriptures say that when you pray Yahweh Shema Shah by helping you being healed, whatever ailment you dealing with, man, you gotta believe it already done happened, man. Hey, and to have that type of faith, man, you gotta be really into this truth, man. So it's a avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called, because they're not helping you with their science, man. They ain't helping you, man. These devils don't care about you, Jakes, man. But you gotta take the love these devils. As it said in Isaiah 30 and 12, they trust in oppression and perverseness and stay their own, man. Well, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Because these devils is really finna roll, man. And when they do, all you're gonna hear is, I should have listened. And, and on the back, you're gonna hear, we try to tell you. The apostles of Great Millstone and the elders of Great Millstone been telling you for years, man. Years, years, decades and decades, man, that these devils is not for your turn, man. This is Numbers 23 and 23. And it reads, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. Right? It say surely there is no enchantment. So what these devils are doing through their pharmakia, through their drugs, through their GMO foods and all they bio warfare, man. Because it's warfare against you Jakes, man. Right? It say, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. This ain't just talking about Israelites, everybody. This talking about the whole elect. You got to listen to what it's saying. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob. There it say, neither is there any divination against Israel. It tell you how the false prophets use divinations, right? To deceive the people to keep bringing that bag to the church, man. There is no divinations against Israel. Well, what Israel is this? It's talking about the Israel of Yahweh Shema Shah. This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 16. It reads, it say, and as many as walk according to this rule. What rule? To repent, be circumspect, man. Watching your surroundings, knowing what you are dealing with, knowing what you are into, man. Right? It say, and as many as walk according to this rule, which is of Yahweh Shema Shah, to be in order, right? Integrity. The Lord has a standard. It's called integrity and order, man. It's saying, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them. So as I'm reading number 24, there's no enchantment on this Israel. It say peace be on them and mercy and upon the Israel of power, Yahweh Shema Shah. You see? So back in Numbers 23, it say, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. What is Israel talking about? The Israel of Yahweh Shema Shah. The hopeful elect, again, they go back to Revelation 12 and 17, who these devils are really trying to get to. It say, according to this time, it shall be said to Jacob and of Israel, who have, it say, what have power wrought? Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lifting up himself as a young lion. When you go to Micah 5 and 7, right? It said, Israel shall be in the midst of many people as a young lion. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that. It said, behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, to my Israel, the elected Israel, the hopeful elect, and the lifting up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey. Who is the prey? These other 17 heathen nations. And drink the blood of the slain. Mean you're gonna be under our rulership, man. You're gonna be in order. And what we say you don't do, you're gonna get whacked over the head with a rod of iron, man. Now it said that Israel is gonna be like a great lion, like a young lion, right? On who? On our prey, man. This is Michael 5 and 7. A beautiful man. Call out Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Lord willing, we get to be of that number. This is Michael 5 and 7. And the remnant of Jacob, the remnant, not all of Israel, the remnant, the ones that these devils is after. They after the remnant. Why? Because they keeping the commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah to the best of their ability, and they are proclaiming the testimony of Yahweh Shah, man. They say, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, and as they do from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, the it say that terroreth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles, in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, which I just read in Numbers, as a young lion among the flock of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. When the Lord put the spirit on the hopefully elect men of Israel, none can deliver you, man. It say, thy hand shall be lifted up upon thy adversaries. That's all 17 heathen nations. And all thy enemies shall be cut off, man. This is what the Lord is giving to the remnant to be partaken of, man, in destroying these nations, man. It said again, thy hand shall be lifted up upon thy adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off, man. Let's get that. This Jeremiah 30 and 16. It reads, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they, it said, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. You see, Numbers 23, it said what? Let's read it again. Hey, can't make this up, man. Numbers 23 and 24. Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion. It tell you in Isaiah 44 that the camps are springing up all around the earth, man, the whole elect. It say, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lay down until he eat of the prey and drink the blood of the slain. What it just said in Jeremiah? Let's read it again. Jeremiah 30 and 16. It say, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey, man. Yeah, for I will store health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord Yahweh, because they called thee an outcast, right? You spick, spooks, porch monkeys, wetbacks, and savages. They called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, who no man seeketh after. You see, this is what these devils say about us. Nobody's going to save them. We can do what we want to do to them. Which lead me to this. This is Psalm 71. Hey, that's what the Lord say. Hey, their heart have deceived them, man. This is Psalm 71 and 10. For my enemies speak against me, and they that lay wait for my soul take counsel together. Who take counsel together? When you read Psalms 83, they tell you about all these nations that came against us. Edom, Moab, Ammon, Ham, Ishmael. Okay? They came up against us, man. Yeah. Edom, Ishmael, Moab, Ammon, Ham, Elam. They all came up against us, man. And they got to pay for it. It said, for my enemies speak against me, and they that lay wait for my soul take counsel together. And that's all these heathen nations, man. That's why in Jeremiah 25, starting at verse 14 on down, tell you that all these nations are going to be destroyed, man. It say, saying, God hath forsaken him, persecute and take him, for there is none to deliver him. And that's how these devils feel about us, man. And that's why Anthony Fauci, and I'm going to keep mentioning it, man. This nigga said, oh, the African Americans and the Latinos are vulnerable. We vulnerable. Let's look at the word vulnerable again. Hey, must needs. Repetition is the father's skill, man. Right? Let's look at this word vulnerable. This is the word for vulnerable. Let's like it.
Vulnerable.
This is the word vulnerable. So it's a susceptible to physical or emotional attack or harm. So here are some similar words. This is what this devil, Dr. Fauci, said about us, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. It say the word vulnerable. Similar words say in danger, at risk, in danger, unsafe, unprotected, unguarded, exposed, wide open, undefended, unshielded, unfortified, unarmed, defenseless, powerless, helpless. You see, prey to, in danger of, at risk of, at the mercy of. That's how these devils feel about us, man. But guess what? The Lord is our defender, man. There's plenty of scriptures on it, man. The Lord is going to cover the hopeful elect, man. Right? So this is let me get this. This is Psalms 34 and 7. And it reads, and we believe this wholeheartedly, man. Psalm 34 7. The angel of the Lord Yahweh encampeth around them that fear him and delivereth them. Right? It say, oh, taste and see that the Lord Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. O fear the Lord Yahweh, ye his saints, for there is no want. There is no want to them that fear him. Right? Let me get this one. This is Psalm 34 and 17. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. Okay? It say, verse 19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord Yahweh delivereth him out of them all. So we ain't worried about nothing, man. Nothing. When you trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, man, hey, there is no care nor want, man. The Lord wants you to stay focused. Hey, if you to the sisters, you watching, being edified, to the brother, to the Akim, hey, to edify. This is Yahweh Judah Israel, Psalm 27:14. Wait on the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Yeah, man. So these devils feel like, because we allegedly, they say we vulnerable, which we are not. The 2/3 are vulnerable. These are the ones that's unshielded, unguarded, defenseless, unprotected. That's them, man. This is Ezekiel 35. Yeah, man. And that's what the Lord said. These devils speak proudly, man. Right? Concerning oppression, man. This is Ezekiel 35 and 10. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. You see? What two countries and two nations? Talking about the southern and northern kingdom, man. Okay? All 12 tribes of Israel, man. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh power, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of the hatred against them. See, these devils, what you Jakes don't know, these devils envy you, man, because they really want to be you, man. They really want to be you. All the Thors and Supermans and Flashes. I'm talking about one with real power. Batman ain't had no power. He had gadgets, man. That's Esau Edom, man. Batman represents the so-called white man, but Superman and Thor and Flash, those are the Israelites, man. See, Esau don't got no power, man. He don't have real power. They are weak and feeble, and that's why they envy you, man. Why? Because Yasha Allah, he Prince Power, man. The sons of Yahweh, man. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Esau is Batman, and the Israelites are Superman, man. They don't got power. They got gadgets, man. The Lord gave them technology to deceive themselves with their gadgets. But we have the spirit, man. We have the God gene in us, man. That these devils are trying to remove from you by taking the Yabawaki, man. And then the Karagma. So these devils envy us, man. It say, and according to thy envy, which thou hast had, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And they tell you in Psalm 50, the Lord say he's going to reprove you and set us in order before thy eyes, and they can't do nothing about it, man. We've been set in order, man. That's why, that's why Revelation 12 and 17, it say, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountain of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. Who? The Israelites is given to your hands for you to destroy us, man. That's how these devils really feel, man. Why? Because they did everything they did to us, right? With slavery, with the wickedness of slavery, the cutting off the rods, the butt breaking, the hanging up, leaving them up all day, and the Lord hasn't judged them for it, man. So they think they have got away with it. And just like this, I was saying this other day, 2/3 of Jake feel the same way because, well, what happened to us and why the Lord has not judged them for it yet. That's why Jake cleaved to these devils because they're like, oh, they must be God for real then. The God of the Bible must really look like them because the Lord hadn't judged them for slavery, man. That's how Jake feel, and that's what make Jake go to their side, man. But it's okay because the remnant of Israel ain't going, man. It say, thus with your mouth have you boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. And thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. So will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea. Idumea is the Greek word for Edom, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. You see? So we just sitting back waiting, man. And I'm going to close with this. Again, Revelations 12 and 17. It reads, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, which is Israel, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of power and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So these devils is coming for the hopeful elect, man. They don't care about 2/3 because they already got them, man. They already part of the system. They doing their part. They voting, right? They doing everything they supposed to do because they have conformed, they have complied, they have been conditioned to the new world order, man. So the devils, these devils don't care about the 2/3, man. They at the hopeful elect, man, because we ain't going. We ain't gonna conform. We're not going to comply. So the only thing left is locked up or put to death, man. That's it. Or Yahweh Shema Shah giving that spiritual power to overpower everything else, man. Lord, when it's edifying, gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakak Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth with the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the ones who are listening and learning, that few sisters who are listening and learning. Lord, what is edifying till next time I say shalom, wa a barber ball. Hey, the water for your precepts, the water, shalom.